Hi guys. Okay, so this video is meant to accompany our syllabus for RC 2001, Introduction to Writing Across the Curriculum, and this is the summer online offering of the course, taught by Jessie Blackburn. So this link right here takes you to our course syllabus. So if you click on that, it opens up the syllabus. And you will note that in this private link, I have listed my cell and my home number. These are the numbers that you want to call if you need to speak with me by phone, right? You still want to go ahead and use this link right here to make an appointment to speak with me by phone Monday through Thursday between noon and 1 p.m. But you want to start by calling my home number. I don't have strong cell coverage out here in the high country like many people. So start by dialing me at home. If I don't pick up, that may mean I'm in town, in which case you're going to want to use my cell number next. If you go ahead and use this, you can book me link to schedule your one required conference with me this semester. Then in that you can book me link, when you go to make that meeting with me, you'll want to indicate whether or not you want to meet through Google Hangouts or Zoom. And it will be up to you to initiate that meeting. So whatever you set up, you will be the one to initiate or open up the meeting with me, begin that meeting. If that is that you're the one who's placing the phone call to me or you're the one who is initiating the Zoom meeting, either way, it's your appointment that you book and you initiate. So just make sure you go ahead and get on that. In fact, I strongly encourage you to schedule your one required conference with me as soon as this video is over, as so many students wait to book their conference until the last week of the semester, at which time they discover that there are no slots left and they have not met that requirement for the course. So please go ahead and get on that. I won't go over the course text because I've already done that elsewhere in the course navigation video, but just do make sure that you go ahead and grab those texts. And the official course description for RC 2001 is listed right here. You can also find it throughout ASU's website and, of course, in the course catalog as defined by the Gen Ed curriculum. These right here are the official goals and outcomes for RC 2001. And I just want to point this out to you. I won't go over each of these right now, but I will say that at the end of this semester, when you submit your final portfolio, you will be writing a reflective cover letter in which you explain the ways in which you have grown and your writing process has evolved and the ways in which you have achieved all the various goals for this course. So you will want to come back to this in the syllabus and review these course goals as you get ready to write that cover letter at the end of the semester. All right, now this is the real heart of the course right here. This is the way the semester's grade gets broken down, all right? So there are three components to this course. We have our weekly work for 30% of your course grade, draft work and conferencing work, which is 30% of the course grade, and the final portfolio, which is 40% of the course grade, and all work must be completed in order to pass this course, all right? So let's start with the weekly work. That's 30% of the course grade, and there's two parts to that. There's the reading response, and there's the discussion forum. And as I mentioned in the video on the course navigation, each unit has its link for the discussion forum. So you'll see right here, you respond to the prompts that I give you for reading that week right here, and that's due by midnight on Friday, and your peer response is due by midnight on Sunday. So what that means is you post your response to the readings right here, and that's by midnight on Fridays. And then by Sunday at midnight, you'll want to get back on this link and find a peer who has not already been responded to, and you'll want to reply to their post, weighing in on their response to the reading for the week. And just to remind you, every unit has a unit link at the very top of it, and in it, it will tell you what you need to be reading for the week, okay? So let's go back to the course for a second. So when you click on this right here, it will tell you what your questions are that you need to respond to. You'll post your response, and that's due again by midnight on Friday. And then you will have until Sunday at midnight to return to this link to reply to one of your peers. Okay, so that's the weekly work for 30%. That's your reading response, which is a 1-page, single-spaced equivalent, right? That you will copy and then paste into that link that I just showed you in response to the questions that I post at that link that I just showed you. And then the other half of your weekly work grade will come in your 1-paragraph response to one of your peers' posts. That's 30% of your course grade. The next 30% of your course grade is the draft work. So throughout the semester, you'll be required to write multiple drafts with special emphasis on process, revision, critical analysis, and interdisciplinary scholarship. You will be required to respond to one peer's draft of each major assignment, and you'll be required to meet with me for a conference at least once this semester. And again, use that You Can Book Me link that I have listed in As You Learn. Late work will be accepted or rejected on an individual basis. There are 3 major writing assignments that we will do this semester: the literacy narrative, the writing in your discipline essay, and the rhetorical analysis. You want to upload those drafts in 2 places on As You Learn: the assignment link for my private feedback and the peer response link for one peer's response, right? So just to remind you then, each unit has a link right here for where you drop your assignment for my feedback, due by midnight on Wednesday, and you submit your draft here for your peer review, due by midnight on Wednesday. And then you use the peer review guideline to post response to one of your peers. And in the same way that I ask you to not duplicate reading responses, you want to not duplicate peer review. So in other words, when you log back in here and you get ready to give feedback to someone, try to find someone who has not already been reviewed. The only time we should double up on a peer is when everyone has already received peer feedback. And that rhythm is the case throughout every single unit. You will drop your rough draft, your first draft to the WID essay here for my feedback by midnight on the Wednesday of that week. You will submit a draft for peer review at the same time, and then you will have until midnight on Thursday to use these guidelines to then log in here and provide feedback to a peer. Okay? That will happen, that rhythm will happen with all 3 of these assignments. And draft work grades are configured based on the fact that you have completed a full draft submitted for my feedback and peers' feedback, that you have completed the peer review of one peer's draft using the peer review questions that I post to As You Learn, and that you have met with me for one virtual conference by the end of the term. Okay? And then the last 40% of the grade is made up of is earned through the portfolio submission. And I won't go through the final portfolio assignment right now or any of the actual assignments, because each of those assignments are listed in the unit. So you will see that you've got the assignment requirements for the writing in the disciplines assignment. You've got the assignment requirements for the rhetorical analysis assignment, and you have the assignment requirements for the literacy narrative. All right, so essentially these assignment requirement links are your assignment sheet, and they each have an accompanying video that will go over the assignment. So I won't take this time right now to go over each individual assignment with you, as I do that within each unit, but you can find that in the syllabus here in addition to what is located within the actual course unit. All right, that is it. These are the individual essays and assignments, and the learning outcomes and objectives for the final portfolio. Like I said, those are also listed in each unit along with a video that goes over each assignment. So I won't introduce those individual assignments in this video that is meant to just acquaint you with the syllabus. But I will point to the fact that we do have course schedule modules as well. Each unit roughly falls out to 1 week per summer session, right? So the summer sessions are roughly 5 weeks, and so we have 5 units, so you can flow through each week accordingly. Okay, at the very bottom here, you get to the course policies and procedure, class attendance and deadlines. Attendance is a part of that weekly grade. And as this is an online course, attendance is measured by the completion of those assigned tasks according to assigned due dates. And that is how you get counted present for the week. All right, and assessment and grading, you can see the grade scale right here. And I'm not slowing down, and that's because you have access to this actual physical document, so you can take your time. And then peer review guidelines for drafts, which that is also listed elsewhere throughout the As You Learn page in each of our units. And these are the standard university policies on accommodations, religious observances, plagiarism, and the University Writing Center, the Library Research Advisory Program, and additional ASU resources. I do want to scroll back up to one of those resources, which is the University Writing Center. I do want to mention that the University Writing Center is open for online paper conferences, and they specialize in preparing students for all kinds of writing circumstances, and they are fully prepared to work with all summer students in all writing intensive courses. So do not hesitate to contact the Writing Center and set yourself up for virtual paper conferences on every single one of these assignments, including the final portfolio. Okay, that is it. I will see you in other videos throughout this course.